At the baseball winter meetings in San Diego, Steve Molesky with Keith Law from ESPN and ESPN.com. A lot of rumors swirling around Dan Duquette. It's been an interesting 24 or 48 hours, Keith. What do you make of all this?
Well, I think the new trend now in baseball is if you want to go get a successful GM from another franchise, you often can't just call up and make him your GM. Even with more money, the other team won't give permission. A lot of GMs won't leave for that situation. So instead, you call and say, we're going to make you our president of baseball operations. You make up some title, attach more money to it, and that's how you get the Andrew Friedman, the Theo Epstein, to come to your franchise. And then he appoints another GM below him, and then you've got two GM caliber people at the top of your baseball organization. Right. It makes a ton of sense to go after Duquette, who's now had success really in two different markets, has shown he can operate with a limited payroll, and most impressive to me is that he's completely changed his overall baseball operations philosophy from the time in Boston to the time in Baltimore. He has evolved as the industry has evolved. That's going to make him attractive to a lot of teams. Very
interesting, and the Orioles owner Peter Angelos has said he wants to keep him. He will not relinquish Dan Duquette. Could two American League East teams be fighting over Dan here over the next few weeks?
Oh yeah, I think it's entirely possible. I don't blame Angelos at all. If I were Angelos, I would say to Dan, what do I need to give you to get you to stay? You've given us really the best run of success we've had here in 15 years. Everything in the organization is pointing up. The Major League Club is good. The farm system continues to improve. We'll give you the better title. Do you want to have that president's title and hire a GM under you to take some day-to-day responsibilities off of you? We'll give you that structure. Whatever it is, we want to keep you here.
Do you see it going in that direction?
I'd be hard-pressed to see them letting him go. They don't have to let him go. If it just becomes a question of money, Angelos can certainly match whatever Toronto or any other club should conceivably offer him. So I think Toronto makes a real run at him, but why would Baltimore let him go? They already have him, and they can certainly afford to pay him.
Apparently there is no opt-out in his contract for a situation like this, and people have told me that, as you stated, the Orioles do not have to allow the Blue Jays to talk to Dan. So if Dan really wants to go to Toronto, as some reporters here are saying, how can he make that happen, or can he make that happen?
He really can't, unfortunately. It is considered professional courtesy in the business that you grant permission if it's for a promotion. If it's a lateral move, you don't have to give permission, and everyone understands that. Right. But if it's for a promotion, you are expected to give permission. But they don't have to. And typically GMs have not had any such language in their contracts because there wasn't a promotion. You didn't go to be a president with another club. That's a new trend only in the last few years. Makes me think, well, wow, if someone's negotiating a GM contract, maybe they need to get that opt-out clause in there for this possibility.
Could he resign his Orioles job, forfeit the remaining salary due him, and go to Toronto?
Technically, no. I think the Orioles would have a right to file a grievance there to say that he had essentially breached his contract. He would have to stay out of the business until the term of the contract concluded, and then he'd be able to take any job that he wanted. I don't know if the Orioles would actually pursue that. It seems a little vindictive. But at the same time, he did sign a contract, and it's not unreasonable to expect him to honor it.
Yeah. Did some unethical things happen here? By that I mean this news leaked out. It was reported. It's out there now. It happened at the start of the winter meetings. And some Oriole fans are like, oh, great, rumors about the general manager of our team now at the worst possible time.
It's not tampering, it's tamper-ish. This stuff gets out all the time, and I tend to be unfazed by it. But I also doubt that it was an accident that it got out there, because you want, if you're Toronto or any other club in this situation, we heard Andrew Friedman might be going to the Dodgers before there seemed to have been any contact between the Dodgers and the Rays about him. I think it's the way to try to get the other club sort of adjusted to the idea that we might be losing this guy, and to make sure that your target understands the extent of your interest and can start thinking himself about what would it take for me to make this switch.
Very interesting stuff. Keith Law, who worked for the Toronto Blue Jays, so you know a little something about what's going on up there, and does some great work for ESPN and ESPN.com. Very busy here at the winter meetings. Took some time out for us. Keith, thanks, and enjoy the rest of the run here.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Keith Law with us here on MASNsports.com.